Shielder, healer, shielder, healer, shielder, healer, shielder, healer. Hey. Shielder, healer.
What's going on, everybody? It's Shielder Healer here with another video. I don't know why my skin isn't here, but I'm on Minecraft Preview Edition right now, and I wanted to look at the end storms in Minecraft because now, at least for this preview, they have new end storms when you have vibrant visuals enabled. If you go to the end, there's some crazy flashes. So I'm gonna go take a look at them, and while I'm doing it, I wanted to talk about how Minecraft could possibly do an end update and actually make it good, but not too crazy. I'll explain that a little bit more, but first let's go to the end. These vibrant visuals are so cool, by the way. Alright, that should take me there. Alright, let's take a look. Let's see. Should be flashes and like loud bangs. Waiting for it. Should come any second. Whoa. Okay, yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, so now when you have vibrant visuals on and you're in the end, there will be these giant pink flashes seemingly randomly, like every around 10 seconds it seems, or something like that, maybe a little longer, and it'll make a loud boom noise like a giant explosion. I'm just waiting for it again. It actually takes longer than I thought. There it is. I know the sound is kind of faint, but it's making an explosion sound. So after seeing that, this got me wondering, how could Minecraft do an end update properly, or at least the way that I kind of want it? For instance, let me just say this right now, I don't think I want the end to look like the Nether, if that makes sense. I really don't want like trees just all around. There could be different biomes, but I don't know. I feel like the whole idea of the end is it's this isolated dimension that's literally broken apart. Remember the outer end islands that are all the way out there? It's almost like those outer end islands broke apart from this main island. So it's almost like this whole dimension is completely torn apart. And I really like the idea of that. So the number one thing that I think they should do, if they did an end update, like an all-out, straight-up end update, they definitely need to update the dragon boss fight. Let's be honest here. I mean, these pillars are pretty classic, but like, they could change the design of the pillars a little bit to make it look a little cooler. And maybe they could give the dragon more abilities, like maybe a different sort of breath attack or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like the number one thing they really should do is just update this main island here. Or at least update like what the dragon does and how it behaves, just to make it a little bit harder but also a little bit more interesting. I think that'd be great. But the second thing, if we go all the way to the outer end islands, it's gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna talk while I go there. But on the outer end islands, most people want a whole bunch of end biomes and everything, and I think end biomes could be cool, but honestly for me, with the idea of the end specifically, I want it to be more of like empty biomes or dried out biomes. Like, you know the biome like the Soul Sand Valley in the Nether? I feel like biomes like that would fit the end as well. Like, imagine if they came out with this end sand and we got a different biome where the whole place is sand, but the sand would be floating since it's all floating islands. Like, I think biomes like that would fit more rather than just trees at the end. Obviously, we do have chorus plants at the end, but the plants are so unique. Like, the way that they grow all over the place. They're like, I don't even know what they're like, but they're crazy. I just feel like if we got like end wood or end trees and we got a whole biome off that, it wouldn't really fit the end. So I feel like these plants fit a lot because they're very weird. Well, look at that. That's a cool screenshot right there. But I just want to say I don't think they should add trees to the end if they do an end update. I just feel like it wouldn't really fit. But in terms of different biomes, like I said, different end biomes, but don't make it feel like the overworld. Like, obviously, you can keep this the same, but let's say instead, right here, all of this was like a end sand. Or maybe some sort of material similar to Soul Sand where it has a thing where if you walk on it, it makes you slower. Or some sort of special block like that, but specifically for the end. Maybe there's a block if you like walk on it, you teleport or something like that. That would be pretty crazy, but that's how I feel about biomes. I feel like they should just add a few biomes, but they shouldn't be too crazy looking. They should be simple enough. They should feel empty, but maybe instead of Enderman spawning, it's a different type of Enderman mob. Or maybe they have a biome where it's only Endermites. I mean, who knows? That could be cool too. But yeah, that's how I feel about biomes. I just don't really want trees. It just would feel out of place. Dang, that explosion is crazy. But now let's talk about mobs. Honestly, if they do an end update, I think mob-wise, they should definitely do like different types of Endermen. I mean, let's think about it. The only mobs in this dimension are the Ender Dragon, Endermen, and Shulkers. Shulkers seem to be man-made, if that makes sense, because they spawn to your end cities. Jeez, that's bright. They spawn to your end cities, and it's almost like they're protecting what's in the end city. So it seems like whoever built those end cities created the Shulkers to protect it. So Shulkers are kind of out of the picture here in terms of like the fact that they're just not natural. But honestly, I think they should add a new Enderman mob that's only found at the end. Maybe some Enderman that's a bit more buff. I'm pretty sure there's an Enderman in like Minecraft Dungeons or Legends, one of the games. It's like this Enderman, but it has like more eyes, like multiple eyes, and its arms are like big or something like that. Honestly, you could totally just add that from Dungeons and call it a day, if I gotta be honest. Because like I said, the end, in my opinion, is supposed to feel like this empty place that's just completely broken apart. There are literal explosions happening all around this place. So it kind of makes sense why this whole world is broken up. It's like this whole place just crumbled into pieces because, in a way, it's not really supposed to exist. I mean, you can even tell with the music that plays in the end. It's very glitchy, and it plays music from the... Whoa, that was a beam of light. That's pretty cool. But it's literally music from the overworld that sounds corrupted. Almost like this isn't exactly a different dimension. It's like a different reality where everything in it is just glitched, if that makes sense. That's why these Endermen will probably, like some people theorize that these Endermen are actual people, like the people who built not the ancient cities, the end cities are these Endermen, but before they actually turn into Endermen. But being in this place for so long because they were trapped, they just turn into these guys. That's why they say things like, "What's up?" Like, you can literally hear the Endermans talking, honestly, normal English, but it's like backwards in a way. But, yeah, I really like the idea of the end being this corrupted place where nothing makes sense. The plant life here doesn't make sense. When you eat the food, it teleports you. There's random explosions happening all in the sky, and there's no ground. It's just a void. Almost like this right here was the ground, but the whole world tore itself apart, and all that's left is the void. And I really like the idea of that. You know, obviously the Endermen probably, in a way, eat the chorus fruit. And that's how they're able to teleport. Because when you eat chorus fruit, it teleports you. So they've been eating it for so long that they've just been able to get the ability to teleport. But, yeah, that's my main kind of thing about the end. I just want it to feel like the end. I want it to feel like a corrupted place. So if they do an end update, I want it to still have this vibe. I don't want it to just have trees all around here. There's a whole bunch of different mobs. The place is all colorful and happy. Like, I don't really want that from the end. I'm sure a lot of other people want that, but me, I think it would be better if you just added a few biomes, but still had them feel empty. Maybe you can add some more structures as well besides the end cities. Maybe you can have end city ruins, kind of like, you know, bastions, where you have the ruin bastion in the nether. Maybe you can have some end city ruins just to add some more structures, because as of right now, there's only one structure in the end, and it's these end cities, and I guess the end ships as well. But yeah, that's really how I feel. Shulkers, they could, maybe shulkers can only spawn in end cities. Enderman only spawns in this end wasteland, and they add a different biome where other types of Endermen can spawn at, and maybe they drop different stuff. I will be honest though, something that I've always wanted was end armor. I gotta be honest. I know that sounds extremely OP, but come on, just think of the idea of being able to, not one of these, maybe there's another structure that holds some sort of boss, kind of like the Warden. Say it's this boss Enderman that's similar to the Warden, but if you go in and get those chests, maybe you don't find the armor itself. Maybe there's pieces of the armor, kind of like netherite, how you need ancient debris to make netherite scraps. Maybe it's something like that in order to make end armor. And you can't upgrade it with netherite. You can't put it with netherite to upgrade it to end armor. You have to make it on its own. But I've always liked the idea of that. Maybe the armor is the same like as netherite, but maybe it's purple and it gives you a special ability. I don't know what kind of special ability, but you know, maybe something like that. It doesn't have to be necessarily better than netherite, but it could just be like slightly better. Like if you wear end armor, you get this instead, if that makes sense. Like you get some sort of special. Maybe you can teleport. Nah, that'd be a little too OP, but yeah, end armor would be great. But honestly, that's really all I had to say about a possible end update. Mojang, hey, if you're watching this, Mojang, keep it up. I love the end storms. That's an amazing addition. It really makes the end feel like this grand finale. Like as you're fighting the end dragon, there's explosions in the sky. That is epic. So keep it up. And yeah, keep making the end this epic, corrupted place. But maybe don't make it too full of life, if that makes sense. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about the new end storms. I love them. And let me know what you want to see in an end update, if we ever get one. It might be in the next like 100 years, but I mean, hey, it'll be worth the wait, hopefully. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Boom.